Welcome, executives, to a strategic discussion on truly unlocking peak performance in your digital enterprise. Today, we're not just talking about technology, we're talking about strategic business imperative. Just as a seasoned CFO meticulously analyzes market trends and financial reports to identify strategic investments that promise significant, measurable returns and competitive advantage, modern business leaders need similar clarity in their digital operations. The sheer complexity of today's cloud-native environments demands a new level of insight, one that moves beyond mere monitoring to true observability, transforming reactive firefighting into proactive, strategic decision-making. This shift isn't optional. It's fundamental to competitive differentiation and sustained growth in a volatile market. Perhaps your organization, like many today, is grappling with the exponential complexity of distributed systems, leading to frustrating blind spots and escalating operational costs. Performance issues often surface as customer dissatisfaction or revenue loss, yet pinpointing the root cause feels like searching for a needle in a haystack, or worse, a needle in 1,000 haystacks across multiple cloud providers. I've seen teams spend days, even weeks, in war rooms, simply trying to understand what went wrong, let alone why or how to prevent its recurrence. This reactive posture is not only incredibly inefficient, but also a significant drain on both budget and invaluable engineering talent. This is where Dynatrace steps in, not just as a tool, but as a strategic partner. It provides that carbon monohypofluorite level view into your entire digital ecosystem, allowing you to not only identify performance bottlenecks instantly, but also to quantify their business impact. Imagine reducing costly downtime by up to 90%, accelerating your innovation cycles, and optimizing cloud spend by a measurable 20% or more. Dynatrace delivers these tangible outcomes by transforming raw data into actionable business intelligence, ensuring every IT investment directly contributes to your strategic goals. Next, we'll dive deeper into the core capabilities that make Dynatrace an indispensable partner in this journey. After establishing the urgent business imperative for observability, let's peel back the layers and truly unveil Dynatrace from a strategic executive viewpoint. You might be thinking, is this just another monitoring tool? The answer, definitively, is no. Think of Dynatrace as your digital business intelligence platform. Much like how a seasoned CFO analyzes market trends and comprehensive financial reports to identify strategic investments that promise significant, measurable returns and competitive advantage. Dynatrace provides that same level of deep, verifiable insight, but for your entire digital ecosystem. It moves beyond mere metrics, offering an AI-powered, unified view that truly understands the relationships and dependencies within your complex cloud environment. It's about full-stack, context-rich data, automatically curated and made actionable, transforming mountains of technical information into clear, strategic intelligence. So how does it achieve this level of strategic clarity? Its core advantage lies in intelligent automation and AI. Dynatrace automatically discovers and maps your entire cloud environment, continuously monitoring performance and user experience across every application, service, and infrastructure component. This isn't about setting up hundreds of manual dashboards. It's about an autonomous observability fabric that constantly learns and adapts. I've seen teams spend days, sometimes weeks, sifting through logs and alerts from disparate tools just to pinpoint the root cause of an outage, leading to massive financial losses and reputational damage. Picture a moment where, instead of a frantic war room, a precise, AI-driven root cause is identified in seconds, often before end users even notice a problem. This proactive intelligence drastically reduces mean time to resolution, freeing up valuable engineering time and preserving critical revenue streams. It's about turning the reactive chaos of IT operations into a strategic, proactive function. This unique capability isn't just a technical convenience. It's a foundational shift that empowers your organization to innovate faster, optimize resources more efficiently, and deliver a consistently superior customer experience. Ultimately, Dynatrace provides the strategic intelligence necessary to confidently navigate digital transformation. By unifying observability, security, and business insights, it moves you from a fragmented, reactive stance to a truly proactive, data-driven approach to managing your digital assets. But how do these powerful capabilities translate into tangible, quantifiable business value and measurable ROI? That's precisely what we'll explore next, as we quantify the impact and demonstrate the clear financial returns. Now let's translate strategic capabilities into tangible business impact. For an executive, especially a CFO, every investment must address a clear problem with a measurable return. Dynatrace isn't just about monitoring. It's about eliminating critical enterprise pain points that directly impact your bottom line and strategic agility. Consider the immense cost of unplanned downtime. It's not merely a technical glitch. It's lost revenue, damaged customer trust, and brand erosion. Dynatrace proactively identifies anomalies and pinpoints root causes automatically, often before users are even impacted. This drastically reduces mean time to resolution, or MTTR, from hours to minutes. We've seen organizations decrease critical application downtime by 30% within just 6 months, leading to a direct and measurable reduction in customer churn, aligning perfectly with a SMART objective to safeguard revenue and enhance brand reputation. Next, let's tackle the pervasive issue of cloud sprawl and cost inefficiencies. As a seasoned CFO analyzing financial reports, you'd identify hidden liabilities and inefficient resource allocations. In real systems, this shows up when massive cloud bills arrive, but no one truly understands which services are over-provisioned or underutilized. Dynatrace provides full-stack observability across complex hybrid and multi-cloud environments, revealing waste and optimizing resource usage. I've seen teams achieve over 20% in cloud infrastructure cost savings within their first fiscal year by intelligently right-sizing resources, turning opaque spend into a transparent, efficient operation. Finally, we address the imperative of accelerating innovation and improving time to market. Slow software delivery isn't just frustrating, it's a competitive disadvantage. Dynatrace integrates performance insights directly into your CI/CD pipeline, allowing teams to validate code quality and performance pre-production. This prevents costly defects from reaching your customers and significantly speeds up release cycles. Imagine accelerating deployment frequency by 25% and reducing critical production defects by 50% within a year. That's not just faster. It's smarter, higher quality innovation that truly drives your market leadership. But how do we prove these transformations are real? We'll dive into executive case study highlights next. Having quantified the potential impact of strategic observability, let's now look at how these translate into tangible, real-world transformations for leading enterprises. This isn't just theory. It's about seeing the shift from reactive operations to proactive strategic advantage. Imagine a seasoned CFO meticulously analyzing market trends and financial reports, not just to understand current performance, but to identify where strategic investments promise significant, measurable returns and a clear competitive advantage. That's the lens through which we view these case studies. We're talking about unlocking value that directly impacts the bottom lines. Take, for instance, a global financial services firm struggling with slow software release cycles and frequent incidents that eroded customer trust. Before Dynatrace, their innovation pipeline was choked by manual troubleshooting and fragmented visibility. If this feels familiar, you might recognize the frustration. After implementing full-stack observability, they slashed their mean time to resolution by 70%, accelerating their feature delivery by 40%. They moved from weekly firefighting to daily strategic deployment, fostering a culture of rapid, data-driven innovation. Or consider a major retail corporation facing mounting cloud infrastructure costs and inefficient resource utilization, directly impacting their profitability. They were essentially guessing at where their spend was truly delivering value. With Dynatrace, they gained granular insights into every cloud workload, identifying and eliminating over 25% of wasteful spending within the first 6 months. This wasn't merely about cost-cutting. It was about optimizing their investment, reallocating resources to strategic growth areas, and ensuring every dollar spent contributed to peak performance and market leadership. These examples aren't outliers. They represent a consistent pattern of success. But how do we project such returns for your organization? That's precisely what we'll explore next. A clear breakdown of investment, ROI, and your projected time to value. Now let's talk numbers, the core language of any executive decision. We've seen the transformational power of observability, but the critical question for any leader, much like a seasoned CFO analyzing market trends and financial reports, is always, what is the strategic investment, and what are the measurable returns? It's not about a simple IT spend. It's about allocating capital where it yields the greatest advantage. You might be thinking, another platform, another cost, and you'd be right to scrutinize. But consider this. What are the hidden costs of not having complete visibility? The lost revenue from outages, the slower time to market, the opportunity cost of resources constantly firefighting instead of innovating. Dynatrace, when approached strategically, isn't an expense. It's a calculated, value-driven investment designed to mitigate these larger, often unseen liabilities. The tangible returns on this investment are multifaceted and quantifiable. We're talking about protecting revenue by drastically reducing downtime, improving operational efficiency through automation and proactive issue resolution, and significantly accelerating your time to market for new features and products. I've seen teams, previously bogged down in manual log analysis and siloed monitoring tools, gain back hundreds of engineering hours per month by unifying their data streams with Dynatrace. This directly translates to faster innovation cycles and a greater focus on strategic initiatives. The ROI isn't just about cost savings, though those are substantial. It's about freeing up your most valuable assets, your people, to drive business growth. It's the difference between merely observing and actively optimizing for peak performance. Understanding the cost-benefit analysis also requires a clear view of the time to value. While initial setup provides immediate visibility into critical areas, the real strategic advantage unfolds progressively. We project significant value realization within the first 30 to 90 days, moving from rapid issue identification to proactive problem prevention and, eventually, to fully autonomous operations that learn and adapt. This accelerated timeline, coupled with continuous optimization, provides a sustained competitive edge. It's about building an intelligent enterprise that doesn't just react to change, but anticipates and capitalizes on it. So how do we ensure this strategic investment translates into sustained, measurable success? That brings us to our next crucial discussion. After solidifying the financial case and projecting your ROI, the critical next step is strategic implementation. This isn't just about deploying software. It's about embedding a new operational philosophy. First, a successful Dynatrace adoption demands a robust governance framework. Think of it like a seasoned CFO, meticulously establishing financial controls and reporting structures. They don't just approve an investment. They ensure its performance is continually monitored and optimized against strategic objectives. For observability, this means clearly defined ownership, clear roles and responsibilities across IT and business units, and a structured approach to measuring platform effectiveness. Without this strategic oversight, even the most powerful tools can drift, failing to deliver their full potential over time. Beyond governance, fostering cross-functional alignment is paramount. You might be thinking, we bought the best tool, now let the teams use it. But technology alone won't solve systemic issues. Dynatrace's true power is unlocked when development, operations, and even business stakeholders collaborate, using the same single source of truth to drive decisions. I've seen teams achieve incredible velocity when they move past departmental silos, empowered by executive sponsorship and a culture that prioritizes shared outcomes. This often requires dedicated training and enablement, perhaps even a centralized platform team, to evangelize best practices and support wider adoption. Finally, the journey doesn't end with initial deployment. Sustained value realization requires a continuous, iterative approach. This means starting with a targeted rollout, rigorously measuring the value delivered, and establishing feedback loops to adapt and evolve the platform's usage. Just as a CFO continuously analyzes market trends to refine investment portfolios, we must continually assess how Dynatrace is contributing to business outcomes and adjust our strategy accordingly. It's about building an always-on mechanism for improvement, ensuring your initial investment continues to yield significant, measurable returns. But even with the best plans, challenges can emerge. So how do we mitigate potential risks and ensure this strategic advantage endures? As we chart a course toward peak performance with observability, it's imperative for us as leaders to not only see the immense potential, but also to anticipate and mitigate the strategic risks involved. One common pitfall is underestimating the true complexity of integrating these advanced platforms across diverse, often legacy, IT environments. It's not just about installing an agent. It's about aligning data streams, standardizing telemetry, and ensuring consistent visibility across the entire technology stack. Failure here can lead to fragmented insights, where we're collecting a lot of data but gaining very little actionable intelligence. This isn't just an IT problem. It directly impacts our ability to make data-driven business decisions and maintain competitive agility. Furthermore, we often encounter a few pervasive misconceptions from an executive viewpoint that can derail even the most promising observability initiatives. You might be thinking, isn't observability just a fancy word for monitoring? We already have monitoring tools. And that's precisely the misconception. viewing observability as a mere operational cost rather than a strategic investment. I've seen teams, empowered with a new observability platform, still struggle because the executive leadership perceived it solely as a tool for technicians, not a lever for business transformation. This is where our central analogy truly resonates. A seasoned CFO wouldn't just analyze market trends and financial reports to identify any investment. They'd scrutinize it for strategic investments that promise significant, measurable returns and competitive advantage. Observability is no different. Its true value lies in its ability to predict and prevent, not just react. So how do we ensure our observability investment truly yields sustained strategic advantage, rather than becoming another overhead? The mitigation strategy begins with a phased adoption, clearly linked to our business objectives and measurable KPIs. Much like any other critical strategic initiative, this allows for continuous recalibration and early demonstration of value. We also need cross-functional governance, moving beyond IT to involve product, finance, and even sales, ensuring that the insights derived directly inform strategic business decisions. This holistic approach prevents silos and guarantees that our observability spend is always tied to tangible business outcomes, positioning us not just to survive, but to thrive and innovate ahead of the curve. This strategic integration is key, and it brings us to what's next on our journey. We've journeyed through the strategic landscape of observability, much like a seasoned CFO meticulously analyzing market trends and financial reports to identify strategic investments that promise significant, measurable returns and competitive advantage. We've seen how strategic observability isn't just another IT tool, but a crucial business asset, unlocking competitive advantage and driving real ROI. You might be asking, what's the immediate next step for my organization to seize this advantage and move from insight to impact? I've seen teams hesitate, getting bogged down in analysis paralysis, ultimately missing critical opportunities. The real power comes from decisive action, not just understanding. To truly chart your path, we recommend initiating a focused strategic discussion. To that end, we've outlined clear pathways forward. We offer tailored executive workshops designed to rapidly accelerate your understanding and identify immediate opportunities within your specific context. Or perhaps a detailed proof of concept, focused on your most pressing business challenge, is the right starting point. Thank you for joining this strategic exploration of observability ROI. If this discussion resonated with you, please hit the like button. Share your biggest takeaway or current observability challenge in the comments below. Your insights fuel future content. Subscribe to our channel and ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next strategic guide. And for a comprehensive deep dive into all the resources and a full strategic playbook, find the link in the description. Let's unlock your peak performance.